Avatar Aang woke up in a ball of ice after chilling out for a cool century. But while the Avatar was clocked out, the Fire Nation started a war that wiped out the rest of his people. So Aang was big mad. He mastered the other three elements over the course of a single year, stopped by the Fire Lord by taking away his powers, and brought everyone together in a big, shiny new city called Republic City. Then he died. So there's a new Avatar now. But who is it?
Hey,
Ooh.
bravo!
Watch out, JB. You just did it.
Let's go.
Oh,
That's
that
amazing.
was perfection. Except for the very end, very last sentence, I started to feel like Amon started to creep.
Creeping in, Amon was creeping in.
He started to scare me.
He knew who it was.
You know we could. Oh, okay. So let's just briefly touch on this very first episode. We know that it was written by Mike and Brian. We know now from our recent conversation with him that they wrote all the episodes. Joaquin and Ryu were the directors for each episode. Yes. We meet the new Avatar. She's in the Southern Water Tribe, but she needs to be trained by someone who cannot stay with her, and that's what takes her to this sparkling, complex, truly beautifully designed whole new era of Avatar City, of Republic City. And why don't we just take a quick look at that first moment? I mean, it's a very iconic moment. You've all seen it probably a million times if you're watching this or listening to this, but we gotta just take a quick minute to see Baby Korra, right? I mean,
Let's see.
Yeah.
We got to. Let's do it.
The White Lotus has honored my family by coming. Thank you.
Welcome.
We have investigated many claims, both here and in the Northern Tribe. All have turned out to be false.
Then you should be happy to know your search has come to an end.
What makes you so sure your daughter is the one?
Korra, please come in here.
I'm the Avatar! You gotta deal with it!
Comes in hot.
She's coming in hot. Fire bending, earth bending, water bending. Baby still got baby fat on.
I was going to say, I can't even pay attention to the bending she's doing because her little belly and her belly button are so distracting
she
and
got the
cute.
baby belly popping off, and she's bending everything at such a young age.
Yeah, yeah. I do love seeing the mix of her water bending gear and fire bending gear. Like, we don't see that in the first series very much. We don't see, like, the crossover of, hey, we're representing two different styles of bending in one moment, in one outfit. It's kind of cool.
It is cool. Seeing this show right now for the first time in a long time. I remember I did watch the pilot.
Okay,
Back in the
great.
day, everybody.
Congratulations.
But watching it again, I forget, like, wow, she can do all this, like, from Jump Street?
Yeah. It's crazy.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
And why did she know so young?
I don't know. I mean, that is definitely, I mean, other than understanding from Mike and Brian that they wanted someone who was very different from Aang, who was not reluctant to be the Avatar, who we understand from the Avatar cycle, the Avatar that precedes you is going to have different challenges than you are. And I love that. And that does feel very, reincarnation 100%. And very Buddhist in the idea
that... And remember
that...
with Aang, they were like, we don't want to tell Aang so early. He's only like 12. It's too early for him to find out he's the Avatar.
Yeah.
There's a whole big thing about them. Then this girl's like, 6?
Yeah, it's like, we're not going to tell her. She's going to tell us.
Right.
That she's the Avatar.
Phenomenal.
But it's a lot of power. And then what we kind of quickly see is that when you do find out that she is the Avatar and you do see that she has all of these skills so quickly, then you feel like you can immediately put her into training. And what we kind of find out pretty quickly is like that she's been isolated. So it's almost like in the same way that Monk Gyatso in the first series wanted Aang to be able to be a little kid also, that kind of seems like maybe, I don't know, because Katara is there. Katara with her hair loopies.
Same loop. It was nice to see Katara after all these years.
That being said, she's an old woman.
After all these years, she's still rocking that same style, huh? She never lost those bangs, that loopies.
Never gonna get rid of that hairstyle. It's
didn't
too
quite
good.
catch on like Sokka's man bun. Sokka's man bun, worldwide phenomenon.
This is a warrior's wolf tail.
Yeah.
The hair loopies, not so much.
It seems like that's an immediate. I would get my fingers caught. I don't know. There's just I would walk past something and my hair loopy would get caught and I would like snap my head back. It's a whole thing.
And early in the game, they do talk about Zuko's mom. Early, like
That's true. One of Tenzin's kids says what happened to Zuko's mom.
I've been dying to ask you, what happened to Zuko's mom?
Well, Denora, it's an incredible tale.
Granddad, you look old. How old are you? And why is it so cold in the South Pole? Can we make a campfire and all huddle around it and tell scary stories and make snowmen? And then can you make the snowman move with waterbending and chase us?
I mean, early. I'm like, wow.
They're definitely dropping some Easter eggs in from the first series. But one of the inevitable Easter eggs ends up being that Katara essentially says that Sokka has already died. So this is the challenge that we're brought into. We talked about it with Mike and Brian, but the idea of creating this new legacy and yes, wanting to pay homage to all of these characters that people grew up watching that they love and expecting them to quickly, or not expecting them, but like, you know, if you're going to adjust to that, you have to adjust to the idea that like, oh, I might have just rewatched Avatar The Last Airbender in preparation for Korra. So I just spent all of this time with all of these characters that I absolutely love. And then I start this new series, and one of the first things I'm told is like, hey, remember young, spry, funny Sokka? Remember Sokka with his boomerang and how funny and great he is? He's dead.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yep.
I'm just saying, to my two dads.
I know.
That's a little bit of a hole to crawl out of.
They took, you know, they jumped to another it's like same universe, but it felt like another world, another time.
Yeah. Not an easy
I'm
transition.
proud of them for. No. Yeah. And how did it feel for you guys as actors knowing that what you guys came from, but now you're in a whole new, like you're in the same show, but a different show?
Yeah. You just got to take it as its own thing, I think, right, Steve?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I didn't really have any experience of the first one, so
right.
I came in fresh and stupid. And
sometimes that's the best way to do it.
It's the best way.
Often the best way. We don't get in our own way when we come in fresh and stupid sometimes.
Ignorance is absolute bliss.
Yeah, exactly.
It served me very well in this career.
Yeah, me too. Well, it certainly has. All right, so let's just talk quickly about, we talked about Republic City. It's so beautiful. You see all of the influences that Mike and Brian mentioned. You see the East meets West, which they've always been so good at.
Right.
You hear it in the music. You've got Asian instruments playing jazz alongside
20s
Western instruments.
Very much felt like the Roaring 20s to me.
Steampunk.
Steampunk. Oh, the steampunk aspect of it.
Did you ever go through a steampunk phase, Steve?
I didn't really until I started going to cons, and for some reason people gave me steampunk stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got like goggles and things. And then when I started going to the Renaissance Fair, I started really getting into that. So I've got lots of gears and hats and strange things that I never get to use anymore.
That's a very fun style. It's a very
It is. I
fun
love
style.
steampunk. It's awesome.
And I like this because it's like I think they said steampunk light. Like
Yes.
it's not a character in the show, which sometimes you see things and it's like, oh, the steampunk
That's
is like,
the thing, yeah.
you want me to notice this more than you want me to notice the characters in some way. This is there. People can enjoy it, but there's obviously a lot of other stuff going on. Let's look at Korra announcing to the world that she is the Avatar and that she's going to be staying in Republic City, which obviously is going to have a big impact on characters like Amon.
Yes.
Hello? I'm Korra. Your new Avatar.
Does this mean you've moved to Republic City?
Were you trying to send a message to the Triads yesterday?
Will you be fighting crime or the anti-bending revolution, or both?
Will you be working with Chief Beifong and the police?
Yes, I am definitely here to stay, but honestly, I don't exactly have a plan yet. See, I'm still in training, but look, all I know is Avatar Aang meant for this city to be the center of peace and balance in the world. And I believe we can make his dream a reality. I look forward to serving you.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Republic City.
All right, that's all the questions
Come on. How do you want to handle this?
So, the Avatar has arrived early. It looks like we'll have to accelerate our plans.
Like what you saw? Well, that was just the tip of the iceberg.
Full episodes of Avatar Braving the Elements are available right here on the Avatar Legends YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts.
And catch more Avatar, The Last Airbender, and The Legend of Korra on Paramount Plus.
My era's not